Welcome to Cage Cut!
Hey, what's up, Jason?
What's up, guys?
Yep, welcome back. Um, we're going to do a little early one this week, I thought, since Jake Paul's tomorrow. We got the big Mike Tyson fight coming up. So I figured we'd be occupied for podcasting time. So we will talk about that Mike Tyson fight. Some crazy stuff just happened as we were getting ready to
Oh
go on
my
to this
gosh.
recording. We're gonna go. We're gonna start with UFC 309. So we're gonna just dive right in. That way we can get to that crazy Mike Tyson news that we just
Yee.
were looking at. All right, let me go ahead and pull up 309 for us, and we'll just dive right in. So we were kind of talking briefly right before we went into recording, and I was mentioning that this first fight for the 309 card with Mauricio Rufy and James Lontop got switched because of a weight issue. Now it's a 165 catch weight. Does that
Yep.
change the odds? Didn't change the odds much on the gambling side, but in your mind, does that change the odds? And does that change who you think's going to win?
Um. Well, look, both of them are definitely going to be in their heads about missing weight. One, they're forfeiting some of their purse, right? Like, so.
No, because they changed it to a catch weight. It's I think they're gonna go with it. They were gonna keep it at lightweight. Then it would be whoever did one. If one of them didn't make it, then that person forfeits part of their purse. I think both of them didn't make it, so they catch weighted it to 65. So go ahead and
So they still
rehydrate
get
up.
paid.
Yeah, I think they're getting full pay because Dana just switched it over.
So
Which
if
probably
that
just
if
sounds
that's
like
the
they were being
case,
lazy.
yeah, I mean, there's got to be some consequences there other than just a slap on the wrist or maybe like a little monetary fine. That's then everybody's gonna start. What's keeping people from doing that and then just fighting it? They're walking around weight, like you know what I mean? Like what's I don't know. That sucks. So part of it, something tells me like, oh, they're gonna be fine because you know what I mean. Like yeah, they were cutting some weight, but they're gonna rehydrate way quicker and faster because they're already above that weight that they're trying to get to. So, I mean, I think it's going to be fine for both of them. Clearly, like the not making weight thing is not it's not going away, and I'd like to see something done about it a little more aggressive than what has been because it seems like people aren't as afraid to not make weight. Either that or we need to open up to more weight classes so people don't have to make these drastic weight cuts.
I'm all about making a 165, 175, 185, 10 pounds
Yeah.
up all the way. I think it because of such a big gap from 55 to 70 and then 70 to
Oh
185
yeah.
that there's a lot of guys who really struggle to make one or the other. You know what I mean? So some of these guys that are fighting at 170s would much easier fight at a 165, and then that opens up more competition. Guys who can flutter around a little bit more. It'd make the champ probably not as significant, but at the same
True.
time, at the same
I'm
time,
okay with that.
it makes things it just shakes things up a lot easier. You know, maybe we'd see a three weight class champion a little quicker than what we've got now because of right now. If you're going to go up three from 155, you know that's pretty
That's a
hard.
huge
So you
jump.
you either have to drop down to 145 and then you're going back up to 170. That's still pretty drastic right there.
Yep.
Like so, there's nothing that's just an easy 30-pound increment to going up and get another weight class. Let's not make it like boxing where it's like every like
5 or
3.5
4
pounds or something
pounds.
like
Yeah,
that, where
like
they're like a 52er and then and a 55 and a 57. Like, nah, I don't think you
yeah.
need like 150 titles, but one every 10 pounds, I think would definitely shake things up and make it a lot better. Um now the betting odds on that fight, I'm looking at it right now. They have Ruffy at a minus 900. They think he's going to take it.
Ooh,
I have it pulled
yeah.
up on the screen on Draftkings at least, and minus 900. I'm not even going to argue with that. Then that's what I'm going with. Right, that one that's one of those basics. I wasn't even
Roughly,
going to
yeah.
play against it. Just going to put $5 on roughly on that one. Now, for I think the weight should be nice. If they're going up, I want to see them bang it out a little bit more. You got a little bit more shock absorbing on those blows now. Let's see some more blows. I'm a big fan of head kicks, guys. So, I'd love to see a good head kick. Feel like I would like to see it, but I don't know. I would like them to argue on the announcing side for the same thing that we were just talking about, more weight classes, and uh,
Yes.
I feel like if Joe Rogan's there, he'll probably mention it because he's a big advocate of this. So if he's on the announcing side, it'd be like he'll probably. I'd like him to be like, and this is why I think we should go up from 155 to 165 to
This right here
175,
is exactly why. Yeah.
and be like, yeah, because these guys
Exactly.
both struggling catch weight. We've been doing a lot of catch weights, it seems like lately, and and it's in between the 155 and 170, and then that 170 to 185. So it's like makes it a little difficult. Yeah. But like I said, it's hard to go against the odds on this one. So I don't want to argue with DraftKings too much on that one. I pretty much see it the same way, even with the weight going up. But on the
Yeah.
next we have up is the females, and we've got Karine Silva versus Vivian Araujo, and I see it just like DraftKings. I'm gonna go with Silva on this one as well. She's got more finishes and she's a little bit more explosive. So I feel like she's going to get done with strikes. I don't, or if she gets the decision, it's due to the volume of strikes. I think she's going to be a volume person.
There you go. All right.
Now, I still don't follow either one of those two fights. So I did a combo video on them earlier in the week and pretty much said the same thing. Um, But on the next one with the Paul Craig versus Bo Nickel, I saw the odds go up real crazy on this, minus 1350 in favor of Bo Nickel to win. And then what did they have this one at
Plus 800
yeah.
for Paul Craig.
Yep. Plus 800, which
Woo.
I was talking all that shit last week that oh, Bo Nickel might, this guy coming down from light heavyweight, he might be able to get it. Which he's coming he was fighting scary people at light heavyweight, came down and he was kind like he said, he was talking that shit in the presser. I used to be the boogeyman, and I'm like, $10, don't let me down, bro. Put it on Paul Craig. I was talking all that shit. But I mean, if Bo Nickel really does get it that quick and fast, like the odds are saying, then yeah, I'm not gonna bet
That
against
would
Bo Nickel
be.
again. At least not for a while. So yeah, I still went with my word. I got $10 over here set aside for Paul Craig. So I
That's
I'm a man of
that's
my
a
word.
nice $90.
Yeah, I mean, it'll turn. It would be a nice $90 to throw towards some other fights.
Yeah.
Um, do you think Bo Nickel is just going to claim this one though?
Oh, I'd like to see Craig get it just so people could get a payout, brother. Because I mean, these odds right here. Like, I mean, it's also the same with. I'm forgetting who we were betting on last week.
Oh, Magny. They gave him some shitty.
Magny,
They gave him some
yes.
shitty odds, but he got
Ah,
starched, bro. He got starched with like
he
a
got
one that just buzzed
slept.
him on the ear too. It was
Just
just like
I don't even know what
mm.
happened there.
I watched the
Just
replay
kind
like
of
four
like
times and I still couldn't fucking
I
figure it out.
couldn't. I think he was rocked from that earlier elbow, like that short elbow, just put
It
him
was
on,
like
put
delayed. It
him out
just fucking
there.
got him. Because yeah,
Absolutely.
I watched it over and over again. I was like, dude, that doesn't look like it really gets him. But I'm like, who knows? He's in there getting starched. He
I
doesn't go
mean,
face down.
it could have been when he came across it, just pushed down into the top of his head and just enough vibration to shut him down.
I mean, if he's
I
putting
don't
that
know.
much power into that punch, I believe it was going to take him down
Eh,
regardless. It seemed like
oh,
he
absolutely,
would have caught him on the
absolutely. If he
chin
just
with the full
buzzed
power of
him,
that punch.
he caught him with a flyby. What?
Right? Yeah.
Just
So
whiffed him and just like I'm going to sleep.
so DraftKings has it plus 800, $10. That would be a good $90 out. Um,
Oh, I almost want to send you 10
However, it's
bucks.
pretty. When the odds when DraftKings does the odds like this, for a reason.
Pretty
And I
dead
get it.
on, yeah.
The hype around Bo Nickel is pretty real. I've seen him actually, hold his own, uh, especially in jujitsu, which he's only had like three jujitsu classes. So I'm like, all right. When it, put was that Gordon Ryan or Ryan Gordon? He put that dude to the test, and that dude's like a
Yes.
best. So, and they're different weight classes, and he still was holding his own for a little bit. So I'm like, now I do want to see Bo Nickel versus Chimaev, especially if he goes through Paul Craig. I definitely want to see him versus Chimaev and see if that's the kryptonite for the
I'm
Dagestanis.
interested to see anybody against Shemaev because the dude seems unstoppable right now.
I
I
mean,
mean, you got to have some serious deep wrestling defense.
just when you're like thinking you need to be careful about his takedowns, he'll just fucking knock you out. So he is
Pop you in
scary.
the
Yeah,
face.
he's
Like.
still scary on the feet. So you got to watch out for that too. So I see why these guys are having trouble with him. But Bo Nichols said he doesn't seem that tough. He doesn't seem like he's that big of a challenge. He actually said that. So I was like, all right, that's pretty tough words. I want to see it now. They said,
Maybe that's
are you
what.
overlooking Paul Craig?" He said, "No, I don't overlook him, but I've already envisioned my fifth and sixth title defense." And like, damn, you're gonna be like that, huh? So he's
Dang.
already talking about just
Dang.
crushing it, bro. He's like, I've looked past to my sixth title defense already. I'm like, God, all right, see it, Bo Nickel. You better come out and look good. Better be like 90 seconds in, like John Jones, Cyril Gahn shit, bro. I want to see it quick. So I'm like, or ever knock that dude out so I can see Chandler come in here and be explosive like that too. Like, cause that's the next fight after that is Oliveira Chandler,
Speaking of, yeah,
5-round co-main too. They're gonna do 5-rounder.
it ain't gonna go that far.
Um,
These boys are gonna stand there and throw bombs at each other.
I was listening to Chandler do some interviews with Mighty Mouse earlier, and that Mighty Mouse is like, "You're always like on like 10 when you come out," and he's like, "12, come out at like 12, bro." He's like, "Yeah, some fighters will only cut, Demetrius or Sunshine. Maybe you should come out like 7." He's like, "I've been trying to work on that." He's like, "I'm going to come out at like 11 and a half."
It's like, but this one goes to 12, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's like, in my mind, I know I should probably slow down, but he's like, when the bell rings and the adrenaline hits, it's just like go time.
Absolutely.
He's like,
Everything else leaves the window.
yeah, he's like, there's like a Michael Chandler that's on each shoulder telling him like one over here in the white saying, "All right, hit him with the 7, go with sevens," And then they got the Michael Chandler in black leather jacket over here going, "Full throttle, hit him with a 16."
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I think Michael Chandler does get it done. He was close on the first one, and he almost finished it, saved by the bell, literally on that one. So, I think I think Chandler gets it done. What do you think?
It depends on what Chandler we see. We've seen a couple different Chandlers in the past couple of years where he comes in and he kind of is looking a little sluggish and he's just so lost in there. You know what I mean? So if he comes in there with that ferocity, then of course, like man. But same with Alvera. Like if he comes in there with that fierceness, you think it might go to a submission, like Oliveira, or you think they're just gonna stand and bang the whole time?
I think Oliveira is going to stand and bang, and if that doesn't work, then he's going to take him down and choke him. If he starts losing on the stand up, Oliveira is like, I'll choke him out. Now,
If
what
it
that'd be
stands and they bang, then it's Chandler, 100%.
I mean, I was thinking that too, but I'm like, I went back and watched the Oliveira fight in round 2. He stands up with him again, and it just knocks him out, bro. Like he didn't choke him out in the first one. He got a clean right against the cage. Got a good knockout punch. I was like, all right. So I mean, if they stand and bang, it'd be exciting.
It
I put
is.
five. I put
It's
$5 on it. For Chandler. I was like, all right, $5 is good enough. He just gets a standard $5 bet. He's plus 215. So I mean, it's almost like a coin flip. It's 265 minus 265 for Oliveira. He's a slight favorite
yeah.
on the betting odds, but they're thinking coin flip because Chandler could just come running out there and kick him in the face like he did to Ferguson.
Yeah,
Could be over, and we're like, that's
absolutely,
just chicken McNugget Oliveira. Bam! Kick his face off.
absolutely.
And then like point in the crowd and call somebody else out like a wild card. Where you at, Connor? Like didn't start talking all that trash. Um, but yeah, I mean it could go the other way. I could totally see somebody being like, no, Oliveira's got he's gonna weather this storm. He's only explosive for the first 2 rounds, and then Oliveira it's a 5 rounder. Oliveira's gonna take him into the 4th round and choke him like an anaconda. The most submissions.
Yeah,
I could see that. And I wouldn't even be mad at somebody for arguing that point. I'm like, yeah, I could definitely see it going that way too. I'm not even going to argue with it. I'm like, I think I want to see Chandler get it done. I want to see him just boom out of there like dynamite out of the gate and just like Ben Askren that shit like 5 second knockout. I'd love it, because I
and
think that's
again, I don't think it's going to go 5 rounds either.
Why do you think they went? They called it for a 5 round. Somebody asked for 5 rounds, and the other person just agreed. You think it was Oliveira going? I'm gonna take him into championship rounds and show him teach him a lesson, and then choke him out, wear him out for 3 rounds, and then 3 or 4 rounds. Or do you think Chandler asked for 5 rounds, thinking, bro, I've been over here working out and cardio for 2 years, bro. I can wrestle and fight 10 rounds straight. I hear he's super healthy and all that kind of stuff. Chandler stays pretty top notch.
When he got saved by the bell, how many rounds was that? Was that a 3 round fight? Do you
Nah, bro.
remember?
No, the last one. Oh, it was a championship fight. It was for the title, so it was
Oh,
five
okay.
rounds.
So
He just got knocked out in the second.
maybe, man, maybe, maybe Chandler doesn't want the time,
He took 2 years
but
off.
just to take him into deeper water. You
So
know what I mean?
take this into consideration. Before Chandler came to the UFC, he fought, I think he said 6 fights in 13 months under Bellator before he got the chance to come into the UFC, where he fought like two or three
Once a
times,
year,
like
twice a
yeah,
year.
2 or 3 times right away, like or four. He fought 4 times in like a year and a half in the UFC. He's like, he said, this is the first time I've taken the time to heal and properly get all my stuff taken care of. And I'm like, maybe we weren't seeing 100% Chandler. Maybe he's fully rested and he's feeling like he's going to just come in and snipe people off because he's already talking his trajectory. He's already calling out what he thinks is going to happen. He said he's going to beat Oliveira, and then he's going to call out Islam and Conor McGregor, whoever wants it. If Islam's not ready, he'll take Conor. If Conor doesn't want it, then he wants the championship against Islam. And I'm like, it is somebody new for Islam, like Islam hasn't
Yeah.
had that flavor yet, and that might be the one. If he can beat Chandler, then hey, maybe we let Islam go up to and fight Bilal or Rachmanov or whoever has the title at that point.
Good point. Good point.
But $5 to Chandler on my side. I'm like, yep.
Yeah, I think that's a good bet. $5.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
lose
win or
five
loss,
bucks,
I'll win it.
or
I'll
you
win it
make
back from Paul Craig because Paul
15. You
Craig's
know what
gonna
I
get it
mean?
done. He's gonna get me that $90 and that $5 will just go into the win. And Chandler gets start. So I'm like, either way, Paul Craig's got me, bro. He was talking trash. I'm
Yep.
like, bro, I
Let's
was
go.
literally watching him talk that trash, and I was like, bro, he saw my podcast, bro. I was like, Paul Craig was watching my shit. He had to be. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna win this. And he was like, I'm
Got
gonna
you.
win. Ah, and I was like, yes, tell him, Paul.
Y'all not
Um,
looking at my man right.
that's
Looking
right.
down on him.
I saw that. I was getting all hyped. I was like, oh, I was all in front of the couch, like, fuck yeah. Tell him, Paul, you're going to get it. You used to be the boogeyman. You still the boogeyman. And then Bo Nichols all like, I'm not scared of the dark. That's it. This is like, he's all simple when he talks, So, what do you think about the main fight? Who you got on John Jones Stipe?
I think Jones. I know you picked Stipe. I mean, he is the underdog. Um,
Yeah, he is the underdog plus 455. I'm thinking I was talking all that shit last week. So Neil Magny got starched. I didn't get that 35 extra dollars
yeah.
off that. Lost my ass on that one. So I'm only gonna but was talking all that shit. I'm still putting 25 on Stipe. That's the biggest bet I placed so far. Usually I'm just doing $20 bet for the whole card. $5 on everybody all the way up. So I upped it this time because remember I was like, all right, I'll up it for Paul Craig because underdog. How can they disrespect you like that, bro? Like hate it
Yeah.
when people get disrespected. So I was like, I'll put 10 on you. And then I was like, well, then I can't bet on Stipe and then not only put 5. And then 15 looked weak. So rounded up to 25. So I got $50 that I'm gonna place down on the total card here. Hold on a second. Let me pull it up for the audience real quick so they can actually see the betting card with the money. All right, guys, right here, 5 bets placed for total of $50. Total payout $256 and 72 cents. As you can see, 5 on Chandler. Stipe's got 25, 10 on Craig, 5 on Ruffy. So could be just that smooth. So we're gonna go ahead and hit place bets.
Locked
View
it
my
in.
bets. Bam. See, I wasn't talking all that smack. I'll followed up $50 on the card tonight. Get in the comments and argue with me. Tell me if I'm winning or losing. Why? Who you guys picked? What about you, Jason? What'd you think about my picks? Are you
So
you got anybody different? What are you thinking on your side? You know who I went with. I'm straight up like telling you all the way. But I don't think
um,
you're seeing
I,
the main fight going that same way. Give me a breakdown of each fight, how you seeing it playing out, and see if it matches up with what I was going with.
well, I'm looking. Here's what if I was betting. This would be what I'd do. I'd do $5 on top, 5 on Ruho, Vivian. I think she's got something to prove. She wants to come in and beat Silva clearly. Uh, Paul Craig, we got to go with Paul Craig. I think we're in unison here. That's a good
Underdog.
money. That's a good payout just for that underdog. Right there. But Paul Craig, like you said, he's angry right now. He wants to come in and kick that ass. And
And
everybody's
and
putting all
to
this.
me, it
It's
makes a
Bo
big difference
Nickel.
that Paul Craig is used to fight light heavyweight, and he was good at light heavyweight. He looked good at light heavyweight, and he was getting subs and knockouts. Now he's at middleweight. Sometimes those guys, they can't take the blow as well. But I'm not seeing Bo Nickel throwing anything that dangerous. I know he's gotten a quick knockout before, but I think that was abnormal. He's usually like strike, get him off balance, take him down, win. So if they stand up, which every match starts standing up, I'm all about Paul Craig knocking him out. Um, and him used to be a bigger stature dude. I'm wondering if he can stuff that takedown. So that's why I was like, yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's due for it. Why not go with the underdog? Paul Craig got my $10 too.
So yeah, Paul Craig, and then I put 5 on Chandler. Just a little 5. I think Chandler's gonna knock him out. I think it's gonna happen. As long as they stay on the feet, I think Chandler's knocking him out.
All right,
and
Chandler.
then and then John Jones.
All
John
right.
Jones needs
So you don't see.
he needs
So
to
you
come in.
okay. I
He
mean,
needs
I'll
to
tell you
come
what.
in
John
and
Jones is
prove it.
very impressive every time he takes some time off. So I'm not
Yes.
mad. I'm not
But
mad at anybody who's
also,
picking on
hold
this.
on. But the thing is, every time he takes time off and comes back, what happens afterwards? Oh, he got tainted urine. Oh, he got a little bit of this in his drink. Oh, he did a little bit of cocaine. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah,
we
well,
need to see.
he's grown.
hey,
He has
hey.
shown he's grown a little. He was in Vegas at one of those fights, sitting on ringside, and
Well.
he didn't get arrested. He wasn't in the news the next day. I was like, oh, okay. He was on best behavior. Maybe he's matured a little bit as a heavyweight.
Made it through a weekend at Vegas without being in the news. Nice,
That's right. I'm
nice.
like, that's a big change for John Jones. I'm like, props to John. All right.
So I think he's gonna come in and prove that he's still the goat. He's still the baddest motherfucker, right? So I think that's why I'm going with John Jones.
All right. Before we switch over to Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, I know we are looking at because I do DraftKings. So obviously, I log into that every week,
Yeah.
and I do some of my shows with DraftKings. But we are looking at maybe testing some of the other betting apps. And which one did we try?
So I went ahead and logged into BetR. Jake Paul's new betting
BETR,
app.
right? The BETR app. Okay.
BETR,
Better.
yeah.
Yep.
The
Uh-huh.
BETR
I've seen him do
sports
commercials for it.
picks.
Yep.
Yeah, I did too. I
Tell
was
me
like,
about it.
oh,
Tell me
that's
about it.
interesting. So I wanted to, go check it out, see what they got going on, see if I could hop in and place a few bets on that versus DraftKings. So first off, I couldn't look at any of the what they have to bet on or anything. It just kind of is like, hey, create a profile. So sign in, create a profile. I I go ahead and deposit $50 because that's what we're doing. We're doing $50, for fights. So I throw it on $50, and then it pops me up to the pick screen. What do we have? NFL, NBA, college football, NHL, UFC. Okay, we got UFC. Let's check out the UFC, right? We click on the UFC. We've got fights
All right.
happening. All
And then
right.
and then
See
when
everybody's
so
fights.
so typically when you log into DraftKings and you do that, you go to UFC, it'll break down the fights and then it gives you the money line odd. And that's you money line odds, and that's usually
I
what you're
have
discussing.
no
Now,
money line odds. The only thing I have is projections. So we got points projections, we got takedown projections, signature strike projections, fight time, how long it's going to go. There's no other numbers on here. There's no.
is there even a
Maybe I'm
pick?
not
Is
getting
there
deep
is there
enough into it, right?
is there a pick? Does it let you even pick who's going to win in what time, or is it just the overall time? Does it
No,
even say
it's
how
the
many
overall
strikes?
time.
That's weird.
Um, I can choose John Jones, right? I can choose specifically John Jones. Yes, I can choose John Jones more if he wins in more or less than 10 and a half minutes, say. Uh, more or less than 41.5 signature strikes, more or less than 2.5 takedowns. And then there's a fantasy points more or less as well, which I don't pay attention to that, so that's not really important to me. Um, I guess they really play it. I guess Jake Paul's really into the fantasy sports as well. That they're promoting that on here, but I'm gonna go ahead and rock this $50 that I and see maybe if it's me.
Now they
And
are matching your $50, right?
they did match my $50. I did a little
So that
promo code with
that that's
match.
that seems to be so far from what I'm understanding the only plus side so far is that they are willing to match whatever deposit you put in on the first go. Does that sound about right so far?
Absolutely. Yep.
Besides
Sounds
that,
about right.
they are subpar. You
It
would agree
seems
they're
pretty
subpar
rushed.
from DraftKings Sportsbook.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
DraftKings,
All
even
right, Jake
just
Paul, if you
just
get wind
getting
of this,
online,
we're rating the BetR app right now. You know what? This BetR app sucks.
it's
I'm just gonna say
pretty
it.
bad.
You
It's
have no
badder.
money lines. You and bullshit betting wagers. What is this? I feel like it's like National Lampoon where they go to Vegas and they're betting and it's all those cheap ass games that they're playing with Chevy. You know what I'm talking about? You know, they're like,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's the
That's
penny
exactly
slots
what
over
better
here.
is.
I'm playing with penny slots.
Yeah.
I got to get
And
on
then
the high roller table
DraftKings is
with
over here at the fucking
DraftKings.
25, 50, $100 minimum roulette and craps tables over here, and you got the penny slots. You hear that better?
That's
We
right.
giving you a poor rating. I'm good. What's the score? Are you giving it out of 10? Out of five
Out of t-
stars. Out of five
shoot,
stars. How
five
many
stars.
stars? Yeah,
I'm giving
it's
it
like a
a
Yelp review.
1.5.
Damn, you didn't even break 2 stars on Yelp. All right,
1.5. I'm not happy so
sad.
far. Let me win some money though. Come
Yeah,
on,
but
better. And now
if he wins, if he triples his money, it's a dank
I
app.
mean
Yeah, woo!
that.
Sponsor the
I mean,
channel.
you
change, change our tune. Damn.
but the user interface is not good. It's not. It doesn't flow well. It doesn't show me things that I'm interested in, which would be the money line. Who's the favorite? What are odds on each or the other one. You know what I mean? Like I get what they're doing here. They're kind of streamlining it to this, but also I feel like I need some more information. Um, and it's kind of not clear, like what until like you click on it and you're still not clear. Am I betting? Am I not betting? So I'm gonna see here. I'm about to walk you through it right now. So I got $100 to play with,
Well,
right?
well, now that you're betting, that means I'm gonna have to call you for Monday's recap session. Then, like, I'm gonna have to tune you
Ah,
in on some of that because we're gonna need to know what you win or lost on this,
okay.
and then the overall um 5-star rating after the experience. So the before
the
betting
pre,
experience,
the
the
before
pre-bet
125.
1.5. You get a low rating out of 5.
It's
That's garbage.
pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, if I was about to buy something on Amazon and it had a 1.5-star
Nope.
rating, oh yeah, it's out of the
Next.
cart. Out of the cart. That's right. So, all right, better. We're going to do a Monday recap with Jason, and he's going to give us another 5-star review after he's used it now. All right,
All
guys.
right.
Now, what's
So
happening
let's start with.
tomorrow? Oh, wait. Oh, you're going to place the bets
Oh,
right now. All right,
let me
yeah.
let
Roll
me
through it.
let me
Roll through it. Tell us what
while
you're
we're
betting.
here.
Yeah.
So Lintop and Ruffy, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I already said Lintop on the other one. That's who I'm gonna go for. My only options are 35 and a half signature strikes, more or less. I think he's gonna go more than that. Um, let's
Are you
see.
expecting that to go all 3 rounds?
I do not.
So more than 35 strikes in less than 3 rounds? You think it's going to be just a high energy fight? I mean, they don't have to cut weight. I mean, they're not going to be depleted. Could be high energy.
I
I'm just asking.
it may go 3 rounds. It may go 3 rounds. But and my other one is fight time, more or less than 9.5 minutes, and I definitely think it's going more than that.
All right, so
Um,
that definitely means that you're looking to end it at the end of the second
okay, so
round or in
look,
the third. So
here's let me tell you something. I tried to choose both of those options. It's only allowing me to choose one. So fight time, I'm going more than 9.5 minutes. That's going to be my bet for
so
that.
you can't pick strikes and fight time?
Does not appear so.
Okay, okay. Well, that's already a minus a half a star in my opinion.
Yeah.
We're back down to
I
one
can
star.
also bet on Ruffy though for signature strikes and fight time as well.
Okay, so
So
this is
I'm
interesting
going.
because now you're not betting on them necessarily winning or losing. Now you're just betting
Yes.
on strikes either wise. So this could up the rating overall experience after you have gambled away their match bet.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Fighters competing against each other cannot be chosen in the same lineup.
So you can't pick strikes from Long Top and then minutes but from Ruffy then because they're like if it ends at the same time that's double the payout possibly. I understand.
Yes.
Okay. So they do throw a catch in there. Well, that you're back down to 1 star.
Back down to 1 star. All right. So I said Arujo is going to get that. Let's see what our projections are. Signature strikes more or less than 35. Nope. I think that's. I hate to say it, but
I think Silva's going to be a volume striker, and then that's going to force this to the ground. So I would, in my
yeah,
opinion, I would not expect that many significant strikes.
absolutely. I agree. So we're going with less than 35 and a half significant strikes for them. All right. Woo. Craig and Nickel.
All
Paul
right,
Craig, what
and
we
I think we're
got?
on the Paul Craig train on this one, right? Where they're like,
Oh,
even though the
they
odds are
are
way against
fucking
us,
up here.
what they got?
10.5 signature strikes. More than that.
No,
He's
no,
definitely gonna throw more than 10 signature strikes, you don't think?
not if
That
Bo
could be a
Nickel, not if Bo
signature
Nickel just
that
throws him on the ground and wrestles him. There won't be that many significant strikes. There'll be a ground game. It'll be more or less getting free, and then that should take a minute or two of time each time Bo Nickel gets him down. So there could be only like
okay.
2 or 3 strikes in a round, in my opinion, because I don't think Bo
Here's the
Nickel's
other
going
one.
to try to stand with him. I mean, Bo Nickel is a wrestler,
More or
Joe.
less than 4.5 minutes.
I mean, DraftKings says that
Bo
shit's going to
Nickel's
be
gonna
over
come
quick in
in
the
and
first
yep.
round. So they're saying less than that. So they'd say under on DraftKings, if you're going with their odds, minus 1350, then yeah. To me, that sounds like they expect Bo Nickel to get this done in 90 seconds. It's up to you, though. What do you think? Hey, Paul Craig could come in there and just, bam, done.
Okay, so here I'm wondering if I choose Paul Craig and I say less than 10.5 signature strikes, is that I'm choosing Paul Craig to win with less than 10.5 signature strikes?
Well, because it's not specific on who's winning.
Yeah, see, it's again half a fucking star better.
Because we don't even know if we're betting on.
I don't know
Because we
what's
don't know
going
if Paul
on.
Craig needs to win in order for this to even win. What if he loses and he still gets 10 strikes in, and it's like, well, he still got them strikes. He didn't win, but he still got the stats I bet on. So that's how I interpret it.
So I would say
We're figuring this out on the fly, and this is going to give it the overall rating on Monday too.
Absolutely. So I'm going with less than 10.5 signature strikes for Paul Craig, because like you said, even though I want Craig to win, I think Bo Nickel, like you said, is a massive wrestler. That's gonna go to the ground. I think he's gonna fucking choke him out or submit him,
and that
early,
plays it safe.
if
I
that's
mean,
the
if
case.
he gets less than 10 strikes, you win. Even if he gets choked out, it was like, well, I knew he was going to get choked out. Thought he was going to get slammed on the ground and choked out, and so I win my bet, right? That's how I interpret
Absolutely.
that.
Yep.
So
Exactly,
we'll see
right?
we'll see how they play it. We'll see how they play it. Is there any like little eye symbol that you can pick that will like break it down like and tell you like the rules on that
There's
bet?
nothing.
You're down to a quarter star better. Yeah.
I can't even give you no less.
That's
man.
right.
All right, so Chandler. Let's look at Chandler. We got more or less than half a takedown, more or less than 30.5 signature strikes, and more than 0.5 finishes. I don't even know what the fuck that means. What is a half a finish? Better get your shit together. At least explain what the fuck is going on, because I'm confused. I'm speechless.
What
But
were the
getting my
options
money
again?
for now.
Read those again. What were the options?
More,
The first
more or less than half a takedown.
more I would say he gets a takedown.
More or less than 30.5 signature strikes. That's gonna be. I mean, they're boxing.
Chandler has the volume to put out more than that for sure. Really, it would really depend on does it go past the second or third round?
Second round, yeah.
If they go all 5 rounds, then guaranteed Chandler's going to throw
100%.
more than that. He'll probably be a guy who throws like 60.
60, I was gonna say, yeah, exactly. And then 0.5 finishes, more than 0.5 finishes. So it doesn't even make any sense. Like, you can't have more than one finish in a match.
Yeah.
In a fight, like, that's weird.
I don't get better either. It's weird. I don't know, man.
Okay,
like,
so I'm gonna
the first one is for takedown, so they don't think he's gonna take Oliveira down. So if he takes Oliveira down just once, you could be like over half a takedown and you'd win. Theoretically.
Yeah. All right, there we
Chandler
go.
is a wrestler, so I mean he could definitely.
If he goes for it, yeah, absolutely. All right, that's what I'm betting. All right, more than half a takedown. All right, John Jones. Fight time.
Jones.
I'm sorry, the new megaphone's just too awesome.
The GOAT. Okay, so we got more or less than 2.5 takedowns, more or less than 41.5 signature strikes, more or less than 10.5 minute fight time. And they have a multiplier booster that is fight time more than 25.5 minutes. So if it goes all 5 rounds,
I don't think it's going 5 rounds.
I don't think so either. It's
If
not
it goes
going to
if it goes
decision.
past 3, I'm gonna give it to Stipe 100%. I think the odds go up. The longer this fight goes, the more it's gonna be in Stipe's realm, in my opinion. I feel like John Jones has pretty much got to get this done pretty early. Like
So you think it goes into round 3?
if it goes into round 3, the odds for Stipe go up drastically, in my opinion. The longer the fight goes, the for me the odds go in Stipe's direction. He's a real
Because ten
heavyweight.
and a half minutes, that's round 3.
Yeah. John Jones doesn't want to go 5 rounds, bro. There's no way.
He doesn't want to go 3 rounds.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, if it goes
So
into round
I'm
4, if it goes into
I'm gonna
round
go
4,
ahead.
I'm gonna be super surprised if John Jones can get anything done past round 3.
I'm going and locking in less than 10 and a half minutes. I think these guys are getting it done before round 3.
So you're thinking John Jones is gonna get in there and choke him out in the first or second round?
Yeah,
All right, Stipe, you better choke him out now and give him some of his own medicine.
that's locked in.
John Jones is gonna run in, and then Stipe's gonna throw a flying knee. Bam! It's gonna be over. It's gonna be over in like 5 seconds.
Okay,
It's almost like I've seen a
so
fight like that
now
before.
I'm viewing
Sorry,
I'm
man.
viewing my entries. Okay, so let's see.
How much you
5
putting on each
picks to
one?
win up to
You didn't
20
mention that.
times. It's I'm getting to that point now. So it didn't
Oh,
give me
okay.
an option. Okay, so my dynamic play of $10 that puts $10 on everything, I guess. Okay, here we go. Um, so we want to do. I mean, $50. Oh, wait. If we did 5 picks, so $10 each.
You're not feeling froggy. You're not gonna put like a little extra on one guy. Who do you think's got the best chance to win?
It
You want to
doesn't
throw a
give
little?
me the option to. It doesn't.
Ah,
My only option. My entry types are perfect play, all 5 correct to win, or dynamic play.
what does dynamic play?
It is uh 5 correct, you get 10 times $50, so 500. If I get 4 correct, I get 2 times, 2.5 times my money.
If
BetR offers 2 different entry types: perfect play and dynamic play. Perfect play requires you to get all of your picks correct to win the contest. Dynamic play offers protection from incorrect picks and injuries by offering prizes for getting less than all of the picks correct.
I mean, that sounds like a safer bet.
The dynamic,
I
yeah.
know. Yeah. I mean, how confident are you feeling that everybody's gonna be perfect? I mean, I've got a 5 pick parlay that if all mine get, it's like plus 23,000, some 500 or something. It's something crazy. Like put $1 down and get like
Yeah.
$255, which would be, I feel like, the equivalent of that. There was a
I think that's
multiplier
what
on
I'm
your
gonna
wins.
do.
You're going with all 5,
Yeah, well,
not
it's no,
not partial pick,
it's
dynamic.
it's both of them. It's you get either 5 correct or 4 correct. Those are on the dynamic. That's my only options.
Unless you went back and took off some of the bets, and does it change? Like if you're only betting on 3 fights? I'm curious.
Probably yes.
Like
Yes.
if you went unbet off a Ruffy fight, Lawn top. What does it do?
Okay, let me take off my Ruffy Monta. 4 correct or 3 correct. 4 correct is 5 times. 3 correct is 1.5 times.
I don't know. What are you feeling? You gonna do bet on all 5? You gonna go on lower odds?
I think I'm good on less than signature strikes from the Arudo. Paul Craig, less than 10.5. Ah, man, I just feel like he's going to fucking. I feel like Paul Craig is going to throw more than 10.5 signature strikes.
You never know, man. But it's so crazy that they have that such a lopsided fight
Yeah, the
because it's like
lopsided. That makes you go, man, what's going to happen?
man, like I do expect it. Theoretically, if you were just thinking about any fight, especially guys who aren't ranked yet, you're like, yeah, these are they're gonna throw, they're gonna bang, they're gonna display what they've got. So you would expect more than 10. But then the odds are so lopsided. You're like, well, is this guy just gonna come in and knock it out in a minute or two, and they're not gonna do shit, So it's
Yeah.
hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do 4. 4 fights. Or 4 fights. We're going to do Arujo, Craig, Chandler, and Jones.
Perfect
And
pick.
no,
All
I think
right,
I'm gonna play a
dynamic,
safe bet and
dynamic
do
four.
dynamic. That'll put me. If I get 4 correct, I'll get $250. So I'll win $200. If I get 3 correct, I'll win 25. So I get 75 total, but I win 25.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're locked in. And again, Monday we're gonna give better an overall rating now that we've gone through the whole display. But just for the difficulties and the options, it got a low rating there at first. So we'll see if they can pick it back up, guys. And we're gonna just jump right into the final topic of today: Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. Right before we got on, about an hour ago, 45 minutes ago, on the face-off, Mike Tyson looking real lean and mean. Jake Paul trying to pull some mental games and just gets bitch slapped right across the face right there at the presser. What do you think?
Mind blowing. Oh, don't be playing no games
I
with
just want
Mike
to tune
Tyson.
into this fight so bad now. Like I hear everybody going, "Oh, he's too old. He's gonna get starched," and blah blah blah. I'm like, are y'all seeing the same Mike Tyson that I'm just
Are
seeing
y'all
right there in that
watching?
stage? Like,
What are
dude
y'all
is
watching?
shredded, bro. Like he's ready. Dude. He's been suppressing that Mike Tyson forever. I can't wait. I want it to be like 1 or 2 rounds. Mike Tyson, boom, 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 done. Like that's all I want. I don't want it to go into 3 to 8 rounds. I just want it to be over quick.
It's gonna be.
It's
I
on
don't think
Netflix.
it's
I'm
gonna
not
be a
wasting
long
any
fight.
money.
Here's the only problem. It's 2 minute rounds, right? So
Quick
that's
rounds.
quick. That's so little time. 2 minutes goes so fast in that, like when you're trying to fill somebody out. So
It,
the first couple of rounds
I don't think
are gonna speed by,
that's right.
in my
That's
opinion. I
kind of,
think that they're
but
it's
I'm
gonna
like,
get
Mike Tyson could just come in weaving and done. Like it could be
that's
over in 30 seconds. It could be a first rounder.
that would be
Can you hit me? Can
an
you hit me?
awesome fight. Either way, I think realistically, I mean, Mike Tyson's not an idiot. Clearly, like he's not trying to go in there and get knocked the fuck out. He is trying to go in there and knock Paul the fuck out. So, with that being said, though, I think it's going to take them probably 2 or 3. And the same for Paul. Paul's not trying to get in there and get
Well, he's gonna be
knocked out
running
by
away.
Tyson.
Yeah, he'll be
Yes.
running away. He'll be running
Yes.
away. So if it goes into some rounds, it's because Jake Paul's running away. He's not
I
coming
think
in. He's not waiting for
I
Tyson to
think it's
come in
going
and
to
knock
take
him
them
out.
three rounds before they even start like landing some good blows.
Tyson
I'm
said
being
that's
completely
gonna be.
honest.
He said Jake Paul. Even Tyson said Jake Paul's gonna be running, and I'm gonna have to hunt him down. And he said How fast will the fight be over? However long it takes me to hunt him down and hit him. Like,
I love it. I love it.
and I
Way
believe
to go,
Tyson when he says it
Tyson.
too. I'm like, he is fucking very scary still. So that Mike Tyson that I saw on stage, I
Absolutely.
would be tiptoeing every word and every movement I did. I wouldn't even want to move too fast because he'd be like, it just hit me and be like, "Oh, you move too fast," and I'm like, "Oh, my bad." Like,
I didn't know what you were
as I'm
doing. You
clearing the blood off my
scared
face,
me.
my bad, my bad. Like I did move too quickly. Like
Did I
Like that's
bleed
like
on
a
your shoes?
that's a
My bad.
wild animal, you know. You don't move too fast around wild animal, man. That thing will bite you. Like same thing with Tyson. The thing he looked mean.
Absolutely.
He looked like a wild
Absolutely.
animal. You know, Jake Paul came in playing games. He's just like, wham! We ain't playing. It's like
Like,
when we were at Waffle House that one time. That's another story, some another time, guys.
another podcast,
That's
another
right. But
another
yeah,
channel.
somebody got slapped just like that at Waffle House.
Hey, you gotta mind your
Oh
own business
man.
sometimes. Stop playing games.
Well, the card starts tomorrow, 6 o'clock. And at least they're throwing the women's title be the undercard, so at least maybe be a good fight. They brawled it out on the first one, so we'll see how this goes. It could lead up to another rubber match for those ladies, which would be another good payday. You know, they could always be another undercard for Jake Paul and when you fight somebody else, because this isn't the end for Jake Paul. Even if he gets starched, he's still got boxing. I'd probably tune in even more now that he took this fight with Mike Tyson.
Oh, dude, I'm ready. I'm just so ready for
If he gets
this
starched,
fight
he'll
tomorrow.
definitely earn another view from me. I'm like, all right, he was willing to get in there with that scary ass man, so you'll earn another watch from me.
Yeah.
Regardless,
Either
if
way, either
if Mike
way.
Tyson starches him in a minute, I want him to call out Tommy Fury. I want him to be all like, "Come on, only other guy to beat him. Don't be a pussy." Like I want him to be like, "Ah, I'm vicious," and start
You
calling
think
out
Tommy
everybody.
Fury would? You think Tommy Fury would take it?
No, I think he'll probably be like, "He's too old," blah blah blah. But he's shitting bricks, bro. Like,
Excuses. Yep, excuses. They'd come flying out of every orifice.
yeah, yeah. If he goes in and starches Jake Paul, anybody who gets called out or thought differently is definitely going to be singing in a different tune. I mean, I've heard too many OGs and legends that are in boxing professionals just say the Mike Tyson that they're seeing in all the footage and in the open workout was spectacular. Like this is going to be. They're like Jake Paul probably did not know what he was getting himself into. He thought he was getting the Roy Jones Jr. fight style Mike Tyson, and he's getting the
Yes.
savage Mike Tyson. He woke up the dragon, and he's about to get smoked, bro. I'm like, at least that's what I want to
It's not
see.
good. It's not gonna be good.
All right. Unfortunately, guys, DraftKings, they'll show you the odds if you're not logged in. But when you log in, at least in my location, you have to have a 10-round boxing match before they'll let you actually place a bet. So unfortunately, I would have loved to throw an extra 50 or $100 on this fight, but they won't let me. So when I found out that they wouldn't let me bet, I was a little bummed, but hey, we at least got a $50 going towards the UFC. And no, I'm not going to throw that extra 50 or $100 at the UFC. That was going to be money specifically set aside for the Mike Tyson fight, but did not happen. But hey, what a DraftKings show! I'm still going to make a few $100 if my guys win. I get almost $100 if Paul Craig wins. So I feel like we're going to come out on top, and we're testing out the new BetR app. You know, it looks like it sucks ass, but you know, maybe it'll come through.
We'll see.
Maybe Jason's gonna have $500 waiting for him tomorrow, and he's gonna be like, "Yo, that app is legit. Get that and bet on it on your next one." And I'll be like, "All right, maybe."
Absolutely. We can all hope, right?
Right? Any closing remarks? Anything else that's coming up? Anything that you forgot to touch on?
Um, I don't think so. Uh, no,
All right,
I
and
think we're
just
good.
for a quick recap on better, tell us the pros and cons that you found out real quick on testing it live on this little stream that we're recording.
It is not fluid. It does not have information on what you're doing necessarily, what you're betting on. You have to do too many things to get to what you the information that you want that would make a decision for you to actually do that. It's almost like I've got to have another app open, like Draftkings, giving me odds so that I can make decisions on what you have going on your account. The user interface just isn't very streamlined. It seems very rushed. Um, yeah, man, do better.
Better, do better. I like it,
Please.
and that's a good honest review. You know, we didn't know what to expect right before we were jumping on. We did it last minute. All right, Jason lives in Texas, so they don't allow DraftKings to even allow him to gamble. So we were looking for other options, and I mentioned Better allows Texas. So he said, "All right, I'm all in. Let me jump in and throw $50 on." And then right before we went live, he said, "Oh, this isn't as clean." Or they don't give me the same options of DraftKings. And he said, we'll just do it live while we're going to figure it out. So you guys got an honest
It is
review
what it
from us.
is.
Honest review. They get 1 star or 0 stars for the interface and how it worked and the betting odds and how you can actually bet. But hey, if their structure works and it does have a good payout, hey, then maybe we'll up the stars and give it another shot. But until then, guys, we'll give you an update on Monday. Jason, you can follow him on social media at Rock and Roll BMX. I'm Mad Mike. You can find me everywhere on social media at Mad Mike BMX. And stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe because this didn't get to be done live like we really wanted to. We still need a few more subscribers. So, guys, join in. Also, like the video, hit the notification bell. That way, you know when we go back on Monday. Sound good, Jason?
Absolutely. Look forward to it.
All right. And then again, guys, look forward to that recap on the BetR app. We'll give you another honest review on that. All right, guys.
We'll
Peace
talk
out.
to you tomorrow.